welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome with a new video. So in this video I will be sharing my self-given analysis of the RBI Assistant Mains Exam 2026, and this time it is only one shift, that is 1 p.m. shift. So this was the section first which opened first, that is reasoning section. So the level was very easy actually. I can say the level matches exactly the RRB PO prelims or other clerical mains examination, because there will be introduction of new topics in the mains exam. So that's why it is clerical mains level matching also. And I said it RRB PO prelims because the questions, I mean conditions were tricky, like it used to come in the RRB PO. And this is the sitting arrangement I got, and I'm not sure whether this was a sequence, because after I came out of the examination hall, um, actually I was able to write only two puzzles or sitting arrangement sequence, because they collected my rough sheet. So hardly I tried to recall the condition. See, in this one actually I don't remember the sequence, but I was able to recall the conditions, like ADR immediate neighbors, teal color sits third to the right of A, and no red or blue color immediate neighbor of B, and I think this is pink and C, both are the immediate neighbors of E. So like that it was there. And here whether it was B likes magenta or B doesn't like magenta, I'm not sure. D sits immediate right of red, and the red sits immediate left of blue. So that's the only condition I remember, and I solved, I got the answer. Then yeah, it was also on easier side. And next it was designation based puzzle. So there were 9 members, and I think they gave one variable for this also. But and the question was like, it was an increasing order of the positions. I only remember this condition, like the number of people sitting above G is odd numbers, and the number of people live above G is same as the number of people live below C. And the remaining one more condition is 3 designations were there between F and H. So currently I don't remember the sequence, so that's why I left it as it is. If any of you know the sequence, do let me know in the comment section. And it was also on easier side. Then this is the box based variable. So this is the puzzle. I think it took a lot of time. I think I wasted more than 4 minutes here, because I was doing in it like in the like dotted manner. I don't know why some condition was not matching here, and I think this variable is fruit. Sorry, not fruit. See, actually I don't remember what was the variable here, whether it was city or a fruit. But that fruit based puzzle took me a lot of time. Anyways, I solved it later, but it wasted my lot of time. And one was like direction based direction distance, so it was also on easier side. But actually in this topic I solved only one question, that is only 6 meter was the answer, and remaining two I didn't even observe. I mean, I think I skipped it without knowing. So I answered only one question from this. Do let me know whether the 3 questions were there or only one question. Maybe have skipped a 2 question without knowing. Anyways, then there was uncertain based puzzle. I think north facing 5 people. Sorry, uncertain means we don't know the number of people, right? Okay, this is inequalities. 2 inequalities were there, so like it used to come in pre-level. And this is a blood relation. It was tricky actually. See, I got it. I find it tricky when there was a condition they gave it like B was the only B is the Broin law to N or something like that. So there I got stuck. And they had given like one more condition, and D was the grandfather of C, something like that, but D was not married to T, so like that they had given. But I was not able to solve this. And I think DS was okay. One here I marked as marked it as both are not sufficient, and one either sorry, oh, only one is sufficient. One more I don't remember. Then one meaningful word was there, miscellaneous question was there, I didn't answer them. And there was one comparison based puzzle. Usually I make mistakes in this puzzle, so here also, even after solving, I was not sure whether I was right or not, so that's why I didn't mark this. And these were some of the conditions, like the second lowest weighing person was like 48 kg, a plus d is 115, so like that. And there was one input output question was there, I left it. And also I didn't get the time to decode the logic for this. So overall I think I did only 24 questions in the reasoning. Actually, I mean, I used to watch some of the previous self-given analysis of the RBI assistant exam. So there they said, okay, the reasoning will be tricky. So that's why I was able to answer only less number of questions. Uh, Here I was thinking like, yeah, I have to attend at least above 30 or 35. So let me do it. But here also I got stuck and I end up attempting only 24 questions. And while solving it in the exam only, I got to know that I messed up this section. And this is the quant section. So actually the quant section was on easier side, it used to come in RRB clerk mains. So I think yes, the level was matching the RRB clerk mains. So there were six wrong number series, I think. Yeah, they were doable, but it was time taking. Actually I solved this in the first go only, so that's why it took a lot of time. I mean, the numbers were big. Okay, then there was approximation questions, 6 questions. Okay, a tick tock. Okay, then there was a tabular based DL. So this is the first time I haven't touched the DI in the exam. So there was double pie chart was there. I think it was on easier side, since I started solving the arithmetic questions. And I didn't get the time to solve the DIs. There was a caselet. Usually I don't attempt the caselet, so this time also I left it. And there was one quantity based puzzle, sorry, not puzzle, data sufficiency, sorry, not data sufficiency, it is quantity based. 3 to 4 questions were there. I think it was on doable side, like one was like quantity, one was less than 2, one was like greater than 2. I am not sure about the answers, but I solved this. Okay. And arithmetic, one, actually I remember, I mean, I try to recall it now. So from the percentage, yeah, it used to come in the prelims, like usually some person named Ram or someone, out of his salary he spent 30 percentage on rent. From the remaining he spends what is that, 20 percentage on the travel, groceries, and 10 percentage on travel, and the remaining he invests. Okay. And they had given the money he invested in travel, so we have to find what was the money he invested in rent. So this was easier side. I think it was 16K something. I'm not sure what was which answer was this, but I'm telling the question which I remember. Okay. Then one was like average based, sorry, average question. I think they gave like 48, for example. 48 was the average of the um, 25 persons. And three people left three people left that group, and the average reduced to 40, what was that, 42. Okay. So then yeah, the left out persons ages will be in the form of consecutive even numbers. Okay. We have to find um, the smallest person age, I think. So I got it as 68 or something. So actually I don't remember, but I'm trying to recall the question. Okay. Then yeah, age based question was that, like, I will take the random name. Like A is the ratio of the age between A and B is A and B after 4 years is 3:6. Okay. And they had also mentioned the ratio between B to C. After that, what they asked, I didn't know, I don't remember them, but actually it was on easier side. But I was not able to solve that. And next question, yeah, simple interest. Okay, so there was some person who invests some money at I think, what was that, 25 or 60, 15 percentage, 15 percentage. Okay, 15 percentage of for 3 years. Okay, so after that he invested the amount which he got from that in the compound interest. Okay, then after compound interest at 10 percentage for 2 years. Fine. Then they had mentioned the amount he received after 2 years from the compound interest, and we have to find what was the amount he initially had. I got the answer, but I don't remember the answer now. Then this was from simple interest, compound interest. Then profit loss. I think it was also on easier side, but I don't know whether it was from the quantity based or arithmetic. But I will tell. Okay. A marks up the article 50 percentage above the cost price. Okay. Then what? Mm, then he sold it for like 19,050 something, and he got a 350 as profit. We have to find the market price of that article. Okay, so this one. Then profit loss is done. Yes, yeah, time, speed, and distance. Okay, they had mentioned the train covers the platform in 40 seconds. Okay, and also the same train, a train crosses another platform of length 300 or 200 in 30 seconds. Yes, so we have to find the length of that train. It was also on easier side. And then train based is done. Yes, time and work. Yes, time and work was there. So actually don't get irritated, because I'm remembering the questions, I'm telling however it comes in my mind. Okay, then then yeah, like it is like 15 men and 10 women complete the work in 56 days, and they had given like 15 women complete the task in 30 days. Okay, so from that we got like the working efficiency of the women. So we have to find the ratio between the working efficiencies of the man and women. Actually it is very easy. I think I got 3 is to 4. Then mixture allocation problem was also there. So initially there was a x liters mixture of milk and water. I think they are in the ratio of 8 is to 7. So after that 30 liters of water is added, and the mixture becomes what was that, 7 is to, I don't remember what it becomes. But after that um, we have to find the x value actually. So actually I got the answer in this question, but in the exam I was like, what I have to mark? I was totally blank, like what I have to mark there, even though the question paper was very very easy. Whenever the quant section opens, my mind will be a blank actually. I don't know, I um, suddenly get panicked, and I was not able to attempt the number of questions there. And even though I get the answer, I was not able to um, identify that I got the answer. So this time also same happened with me. I don't know why this happens with me. Even though the question paper will be easy, um, I end up attempting less number of questions in the quant section. Yes, then other questions were, I think yes, one more question was there. Like 3 by 5th of the, sorry, not this. So the denominator is 5 more than the numerator. Then if 3 by 5 of that fraction is added or subtracted, it will become um, 20 percentage of that fraction, something like that was that. uh, Actually I didn't get the answer for that. I only remember that question. And after that Yeah, one more mensuration question was that, I think, melting the cylinder. So they melted the cylinder to form a cuboid of 23 cuboids. Okay, so here I get the answer or not, I don't remember them. But in the quant section, I think only I did 19 or 20 questions. I exactly don't remember. I know it is very less for this examination, but that's okay. Then English was on moderate side actually. So there was one passage. So this was the first passage was on a trickier. I mean, it was difficult, I felt, because I was not even able to understand that RC properly, and also not able to mark the answers because the options were very tricky. And one more also, RC was there. So I think it was also, I mean, it was on doable side, but I wasted my most of my time in this passage, and also that connector based questions. And also, even though I do bad in the error detection question, I was trying to attempt that, and I end up wasting my most of my time. And this parajumble, I don't know why this time I felt this parajumble a bit difficult. I mean, I don't know. Oh, you people feel easy, but I felt it difficult. Okay, so this one, yeah, misspelled one. So this time the misspelled question was like, it was not that we have to identify the one misspelled word, or the word which doesn't suit grammatically. We have to find more than three, or sorry, more than two, or more than one words, like that. Okay, and we have to identify the correct sentences from the five sentences. So these were the questions on error detection, and connectors questions were also there. um, I don't know whether I marked this or not. And there was one inference based puzzle, like it was telling like some person was there, so she got to know that her colleague or her manager was doing something wrong in that office. So later, she decided to talk with her another person, I mean that colleague, that she was doing like that. So what have to do? Should I inform the higher authority or not? So like that. Okay, he insisted her to tell whatever she is feeling. Okay, so after that, even though she was having fear, she decided to um, tell that matter. So like that, something was there. I marked it as she was disciplined and courageous. I mean, the question was like, after reading this passage, so which of the following depicts or tells the character of that person? Okay, then this was a GA question. So actually the video length is already 18 minutes, so I think it's best to close the video. See, actually I have written these questions. I remember how exactly the question came in the GS section. And GS section this time it was 95% static. So it was not that difficult. Actually, it was on easier side. Whoever from the SSC background or railway background could have attempted 30 plus questions actually. But here, um, even though I think I covered only the last month, that is May month, and some from the April month, and some from March month. But even after reading those ones, I was not able to attempt more number of questions here. I think I did only 18 questions. I could have done more. I was having, I mean, doubt between that number of digits in 10, even though I was about to mark 10 digits, but I left it. And also the NSC chairman, that is Ashish Chauhan, I was having doubt, but I didn't mark it. And some more questions were there, but as I said, the questions were very static part. It was not that whoever read covered the 4 to 5 months current affairs thoroughly, like weekly affairs. uh, I think it's waste this time. I felt like that. Okay, I mean, in the coming, actually, in the year of 2025, every exam came like this only. Okay, they focused more on the static part. Okay, so overall, if I say my attempts are only 120, uh, to be honest, I'm feeling really bad because See, actually, I'm giving the analysis, and I remember most of the questions, like how exactly it came in the exam. But even though clearing the prelims with very good marks, I was not doing well in the mains examination. Uh, Actually, I can't even express how I am feeling, because this year I cleared every prelims, and this for the RBI assistant, I really tried very hard to do well in this exam. So I was expecting like I have to attempt above 140 plus. So that's why I read the computer awareness clearly. I think I read it 4 to 5 times. Okay, and also GA section I read static part also, but somewhere I was like, what if they gave the current affairs from the current part? So what if I was not able to clear the section or cutoff? So that's why I stressed more on reading the GA part. So, and I didn't read anything related to English section or the quants. I could have watched some of the basic, because in the quant section, to be honest, I really feel it difficult in while attempting it in the examination. um, Even though the questions were easy, I take a lot of time. Okay, so anyways, so thanks for watching. Do subscribe for more videos like this, and follow Banking Spark.